On a more optimistic note then, what are your plans in terms of adding more currencies? Obviously there's a lot of interest in emerging markets still, but the other area I thought would be nice to cover briefly is virtual currencies and how you see that going.
Yeah, look, I think it's a very interesting area for the market. It's very interesting for LMAX. You've seen we've listed VEN. We do very, very small amount of volume in that today, but we expect it to grow. We're seeing significant interest, again, from emerging markets where they have settlement risk or risk across commodities, various currencies. So they're looking at that type of product. We're seeing interest from banks and funds on that. It hasn't converted to volume yet, but that'll be interesting in 2015 and 16. Obviously, everyone talks about Bitcoin. The issue for everyone there is the security of it. Until someone can tell me it's as secure as, I don't know, a bar of gold in Fort Knox, then it's very hard for anyone to accept that because it might just disappear. I can't take that reputational risk, and I don't think a customer wants that reputational risk. But digital currencies, in my opinion, will be as natural as going to the Bureau de Change in 10 years' time. Just look at the younger generations. Younger generations are already using virtual currencies online. So the teenagers right now are very used to transferring goods between each other in social network credits. They're very used, okay, they take hard currency, convert it into a social network credit, but then they trade it, they use it across many sites. And I think that's probably what's going to start the drive away from fiat currencies into digital will be payments. Micropayments to start with, but then when you have more and more micropayments, there's a need to hedge. And obviously when you need to hedge, suddenly you get into the realms of speculation. So we're big believers in it, but I don't know whether it's going to be 2 years or 10 years, but they're here to stay, and something will win, and I certainly hope that we'll add a range of virtual currencies in the next 18, 24 months.
Do you think the Bitcoin problem is actually holding it back?
Sure, definitely. That's why we went with VEN. VEN's a much lower risk currency. Yeah. It's asset backed. Don't get me wrong. The people will then quote the gold standard to me, so there's issues with asset-backed currencies. But we like that. Bitcoin, I mean, I've got some of the best technologists on the planet, I hope, out there. And I asked them, how secure are their Bitcoin? Where do you store it? And they go, I store it myself in the cloud. So, yes, the problem in Japan, right, the disappearance of it, has made people more wary.
Yep.
But that may not be the name of the currency that wins. So it's not dissimilar to Napster and Spotify, right? So yep. Everyone now uses Spotify. Guess what? It's Napster. So I think the virtual currency will be along those lines. Storage is a problem. Settlement and clearing is a problem. Funny enough, people talk about the regulation of it, the taxation of it. I think it's less of a problem. For me, treat it like a currency. If you make Bitcoin, put it on your tax return and ask the tax man to tax you. Look, you're going to have to pay tax in your local currency. But for me, the regulation taxation is easy. It's the storage of it, the clearing of it, the security of it, which is the problem in the short term.
So from an LMAX Exchange point of view, are you looking at that as potentially being a good first mover advantage? The fact that you're in the professional markets, currency markets already, and you have that digital currency already launched. Do you sort of see that as being first mover advantage and an opportunity to leverage going forward?
I'd like to think so. I've spoken to a lot of our liquidity providers who are taking a look at it. And some of them have holdings of virtual currencies in their funds. So I'd like to think whenever they want more liquidity, they will look at an exchange who also has listed it. So yeah, certainly that's why we spend some time every day and every week researching it and developing ideas and trying to network buy side and sell side. So almost every week now I meet some potential buy side customers and we're in constant dialogue with the liquidity providers.